Today on Home and Family.
On Sunday, Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, and I'm here to show us a sweet way to celebrate. We have the author of The Holiday Kosher Baker, pastry chef, Paula Shoyer. Hi.
Before you jump into this, I just want to reveal what you told me before the show. Huge fan of yours, but she used to be a basketball coach.
Really?
I coached my boys when they were little. Once they got bigger, they had real coaches. But when they were little, I would coach them in our community, basketball leagues.
You know what? So we have something else in common. Because growing up in New York City, every corner is, you don't know what ethnic food is. You're just like, oh, that's cheaper than that. So I'm gonna. So I used to eat bagels and lox and falafels, and it was like.
Well, she's actually going to be making a
so
dessert.
I brought you chocolate babka today.
I know chocolate babka. Are you kidding me?
Everybody should know chocolate babka. It's bread and chocolate and delicious and gooey, perfect for the holiday and all year round.
It was $1.05. That's why I know.
You know what? The price has gone up a little bit.
I could see.
By the way, and she used to play.
Oh, I played basketball in high school.
Just saying.
Wow. Well, this is wonderful.
Coming up next, we're heading into the kitchen. We got the perfect dessert to help celebrate the Jewish New Year Rosh Hashanah with chocolate babka by Paula Shoyer, and it's coming next.
Yum, yum, yum.
Eat up.
So the Jewish holiday, Rosh Hashanah, begins this Sunday evening. Well, making us the perfect dessert for it is the classic chocolate babka. Is the author of The Holiday Kosher Baker, pastry chef, Paula Shoyer.
Hi,
Welcome, Paula. Welcome back.
I'm always so happy to come back here and feed all of you.
Can you just for a second remind us what you made us last time you were here?
I made gefilte fish with fresh salmon stuffed inside the loaf, and everybody loved it.
And yet it's like the worst reputation.
I know, but see, babka has the best reputation, and actually, this is my most popular dessert. It's what my kids want. It's what everybody wants me to bring to them to celebrate every holiday.
Kenny's had this. You've had this.
I've had a lot of different things. Falafels, bagels, and lox. This is. I'm an old.
Do you know the meaning behind it, though, Kenny?
I don't know the meaning.
Okay, so we're going to find out the meaning.
Well, first of all, Rosh Hashanah celebrates the beginning of the Jewish calendar, the new year. Families get together. We have tons of food, big gatherings of people, and we have traditional foods that we eat every year. We always have round challahs to symbolize, the calendar of the year. We dip apples in honey and wish each other a sweet new year. And we also have pomegranate seeds. We eat a new fruit, and we like to eat traditional Jewish desserts.
Kind of keeping it a little healthy as well, right?
Yeah, and I tend to like to do traditional things and give them a new twist. So like here I have the babka, but in little mini bites. Mini is really big right now, and I can go ahead and show you how to make this.
Please, what are you going to be? You're making the babka for us right now, so we're going to see how this is made.
Exactly. Okay. So it's a yeast dough. You start with some warm water and sugar. See, just go right to the eating.
How it's being made, Kenny.
Right, and Gwendolyn doesn't get to eating it. Right, I'm going to work fast.
And it's warm.
There's nothing better than warm, gooey chocolate. So I'm
Clearly,
adding
we
egg
wasted too much time in the previous segment. We should have gotten this sooner.
What are we putting in?
Gesmelter fish.
Well, I know, this is definitely better than gefilte fish. Yeah, we're just going to mix this together. It's a super easy dough. You just mix it till the dough comes together, and it's not plugged. That happens sometimes. Okay, so you mix it together, and then, wait, magic, and then it looks like this.
It looks like
after it rises. Okay, so you're going to take a parchment or silpat, sprinkle a little bit of flour, and then you just roll out the dough.
Okay.
See, it's nice and spongy and super easy.
Anytime someone says roll out the dough, that's my favorite 3 words.
Yeah, well, I have to get home back to D.C. soon and start cooking for my own holiday. I have to make, probably I'll make about, 10 loaves of challah and a couple of batches of babka.
Sorry, because I'm not Jewish. Is this something that you only serve at this time of year? Or
oh, no, we eat babka all the time. Every Shabbat, we eat it all the time. But for Jewish New Year's, I really like to do something very traditional. So you spread this out. Let's fix this little spot there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Everything gets better in the oven. Okay. And then we just we spread this wonderful chocolate filling, and this is just cocoa. And
I want to do a little spreading.
Here, go ahead and spread. I'll get the chips ready. And because there's no such thing as too much chocolate, we're going to add chocolate chips. We have mini ones.
So what makes the filling spread? Like it's cocoa with what? Is that like just cocoa?
It's cocoa with either margarine or butter. I use coconut spread a lot at home. I'm trying to move into a healthier direction. I actually have a whole wheat babka loaf in that book as well. So this was from my first book, The Kosher Baker.
So we put more chocolate on top of the chocolate.
More chocolate on top of chocolate, so it's super, super easy. And, you know, chocolate is definitely the most popular flavor of babka. I don't know if any of you guys are Seinfeld fans, but you know that there was a whole episode of Seinfeld about babka. Jerry and Elaine go to buy a chocolate babka, and the baker runs out of it. So they offer them cinnamon babka. But Jerry and Elaine say that cinnamon is the lesser babka, that chocolate is the better one, as you guys now know.
And I would have to agree, right? Yeah.
I've done apple pie babkas and cranberry ones for Thanksgiving. I've done all kinds of fun
Now,
food.
apples with cinnamon.
Babka.
Yeah.
So babka comes from Poland, and babka actually means grandmother in Polish.
So
it came from Eastern Europe to New York and then spread, and there's babka like everywhere around the country.
So anything that's the bread with the filling.
like rolled together? Okay.
And instead of the chocolate, you
break
could
We
then
twist it
do...
here. Continue to twist that side.
I get it.
This is even easier than making challah, and then you kind of tuck it underneath here. And we put it, I use a long loaf pan for these. And you know, you guys have a big family, so this recipe makes 2 loaves. I have 4 kids, and this kind of disappears pretty quickly. So.
Yeah, I think
Now,
that'd be gone
just
in a
because we
second.
talk
Kinda
about
like
this a
this.
lot on the show, is there a version for like gluten-free that you could do or not?
Well, I'm working on a gluten-free babka. I have a friend who does a gluten-free flour mix. Her name is Orly, and I've been working on that. I've done, you know, whole wheat, and I've been working on, I'm always trying to make my baking healthier.
You were using coconut, you were saying before.
I use coconut spread instead of
spread.
butter or margarine.
There we
It's
go.
delicious. I've been
I have a
having
question. I have one
Keep going.
with cinnamon and apple.
Yes, I've done that too.
Is that still a babka?
It's still babka.
Okay, I'm just
You can
double
feel it.
You're good.
I
I was
okay.
like, maybe I didn't eat that.
I've done
Maybe your
babka-
whole story was just made up out.
Yeah.
No, but I've done babka cupcakes with crumbs on top. And look here, I did mini versions of these. So these are
Well,
in
let me
this
try
book,
that.
the Holiday Kosher Baker. You guys can have these too. I don't know if they're warm.
And you have this to go on
Yeah,
top
I'm
as
going to
well,
glaze the
right?
top of it. Of course, the idea behind the little ones is that you would only eat 1 or 2 of them. It doesn't quite work out that way. I tend to eat 2
Why
of them.
limit yourself?
You guys
I don't
can
like
make me one
limitations.
too. I'll take one. Yeah.
The one that is really
They're really, really cute. You have to be careful not to overbake them. And the best baking tip I can give everybody is the first time you bake any recipe, my recipe, anybody's recipes, subtract 5 minutes off the baking time for a cake, 2 minutes off a cookie, and then check it because everybody's ovens are different. Some brands are hotter than others. So like if that's one thing I can leave you with for all baking, just don't overbake things. And
That's a good
overbaked
tip.
babka is awful.
all the
It's too
baking.
dry.
Yeah.
Be too hard, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kim, that thing in your kitchen, the door opens like that. Yeah, that's the oven.
It's an oven.
Yeah,
only uses
oven
it for the
meat,
clock.
Kim, oven, okay.
She stores her shoes.
But you know what? They sell these everywhere, but they're not as good as the homemade ones. Homemade is healthier for you. It has fewer ingredients and no
tastes really healthy.
preservatives. It's so much better to bake from scratch. So that's why I write baking cookbook, because I feel like everybody should be at home baking with your kids. Jenny, your kids bake? I lost Gwendolyn.
Oh, there's no stuff
Checking.
in the oven.
No, I know. So this is what it comes out and looks
This is
like
what
at
comes
the
out.
end. Look how
I was
beautiful
going in
this
the
is.
oven for something that was already out.
No, here it is. Yeah, you have some over here. You can have some now.
That's very Kim Douglas of
Yeah.
you.
That's the thing about food TV. It's like the magic of it. It's like, oh, look how nice.
Comes out looking
Comes out.
Big
Yeah.
white bladder.
The children do bake. I always have them by my side whenever we're doing anything. We actually made brownies this weekend for Labor
Fabulous.
Day. And
Babka tomorrow, baby.
There it is. Well, it'll be easy because you just have to pull it off our Pinterest page because we will put the recipe up here for both the big and the small bite-sized ones available. And you can go to visit Paula at her site, which is thekosherbaker.com. We're going to come right back, and there's 2 Kens here. One of them's taking over. I don't know which one.
Okay.
It's a battle. It's a battle of the Ken.
So talking about teeth, which might now feel covered in chocolate and vodka, I'm going to show you how to make a tooth fairy pillow.